Good morning, and good afternoon or evening wherever you may be around the world. Thank you for joining us for your global news update for Saturday, May 31st, 2025. International headlines at the Shangri-La Dialogue Security Conference in Singapore. U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth issued a stark warning to Indo-Pacific allies about an imminent threat from China. Secretary Hegseth highlighted concerns that China's military is actively preparing to seize Taiwan by force, potentially as soon as 2027. He urged regional partners to increase defense budgets and cooperation to deter aggression. This warning comes amid growing tensions over trade, technology, and territorial claims in the South China Sea. Meanwhile, a significant $14.9 billion deal between U.S. Steel and Japan's Nippon Steel was announced, ensuring continued U.S. control over the company amid shifting global supply chains. In the Middle East, Hamas has pledged to release 10 living hostages held in Gaza as part of efforts to negotiate a permanent ceasefire with Israel. The group insists any ceasefire agreement must result in a complete end to hostilities. International mediators continue to press for a peaceful resolution to the ongoing conflict, which has caused severe humanitarian suffering in the region. In Vatican City, Pope Leo XIV ordained 11 new priests in a solemn ceremony focused on peace and reconciliation. The Pope called on the new clergy to serve as beacons of hope and unity amid a divided world. His Holiness emphasized the Church's role in promoting dialogue and healing across conflicts. United States mortgage interest rates have fallen, with 15-year fixed loans dipping below 6%, potentially encouraging refinancing and increased homebuyer activity. Financial analysts view the trend as a sign of easing borrowing costs amid global economic uncertainties. Meanwhile, the stock market has seen an unusual trend, with investors engaging with parodies of former President Trump's acronyms, such as TACO and FAFO, reflecting the ongoing political influence on investment behavior. South Asia India has officially suspended the historic Indus Waters Treaty with Pakistan, following a deadly terrorist attack in Jammu and Kashmir. The move marks a significant escalation in tensions between the two nuclear-armed neighbors, complicating long-standing water-sharing arrangements critical to agriculture and livelihoods in the region. West Africa mass protests continue across Mali following the military government's dissolution of all political parties. Demonstrators are demanding a return to civilian rule and democratic governance. The unrest highlights ongoing political instability in the Sahel region, which faces security challenges from jihadist insurgencies and economic hardships. African news: tragic flooding in Nigeria's north-central state of Niger has resulted in at least 151 deaths, with over 3,000 people displaced. The floods, caused by unusually heavy rainfall, have devastated local communities and overwhelmed emergency services. Relief efforts are ongoing, but the scale of destruction underscores the growing threat of climate-related disasters in West Africa. In South Africa, a mother has been sentenced to life imprisonment for trafficking her 6-year-old daughter, sparking widespread outrage and renewed calls for stronger anti-trafficking laws and enforcement. Renowned Kenyan author and dissident Ngugi wa Thiong'o has died at the age of 87. Known for his literary critiques of colonialism and post-colonial governance, Ngugi's work has left an enduring legacy on African literature and political thought. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, former President Joseph Kabila made his first public appearance in rebel-held Goma after 2 years primarily spent in South Africa. The Congolese government accuses him of crimes against humanity and supporting the Eastern insurgency, charges he denies. The region remains volatile as Rwanda-backed M23 rebels continue to expand their control. Somalia suicide bombing in Mogadishu targeted young recruits at a military registration camp, killing at least 20 people and injuring 15 others. The attacker, disguised as a recruit, detonated explosives amidst the crowd. Al-Shabaab claimed responsibility for the attack, underscoring the ongoing security challenges in Somalia. Al-Shabaab militants are also engaged in intense fighting with Somali government forces and allied troops over control of a strategic military base in central Somalia. The militant group's expanding influence near the capital remains a major concern for regional stability. The US Africa Command recently conducted airstrikes against Al-Shabaab positions in coordination with Somali forces, targeting militant compounds to degrade their operational capabilities. Human rights concern. Meanwhile, the family of 49 Ethiopian refugees sentenced to death in Saudi Arabia are urgently pleading for clemency. These refugees entered Saudi Arabia from Yemen and were reportedly forced by drug smugglers to carry drugs upon arrival. They were subsequently captured by Saudi authorities and sentenced to death. Human rights organizations are calling on Saudi officials to reconsider these harsh sentences and grant mercy, highlighting the plight of vulnerable migrants caught in human trafficking networks. Cultural news: Suchata Chwangsri of Thailand was crowned Miss World 2025 during the pageant held in Hyderabad, India, marking Thailand's first win in the history of the competition. King Charles III and Queen Camilla visited Canada this week, delivering the speech from the throne and reaffirming the strong ties between the United Kingdom and Canada amid ongoing trade negotiations with the United States. Sports: South African fast bowler Kagiso Rabada is preparing for the upcoming World Test Championship final against Australia after serving a 1-month suspension for recreational drug use during the SA20 competition. Rabada has been named in South Africa's squad for the final at Lord's, scheduled from June 11 to 15. That concludes your news update. Wherever you're listening from, morning, noon, or night, thank you for spending part of your day with us. Stay informed and take care.